What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so this is part 2 of the forecast strip down, and I think the guys beat me to it this time, yeah. So I'm not getting too much involved with the strip downs because of the look. It's just too much, and I actually hold the guys up if they gotta wait for me to make up a video, right? So I'll come to the key areas of the vehicles like we done on the red car, but it's basically vehicles that are intact, so they're very similar in conditions. This one is a little bit worse than the red one. The red one, okay, so let me rephrase it. The red one is actually better than this one here. This is not, it's a decent car, but I'm just waiting for the pressure at the back to drop. So that's the sandblaster going on. So even though it's one shop away, it's actually very loud. Okay. Okay, so he basically stopped now. Okay, so I was saying that the red car is actually in better condition than this guy here, right? So again, the team started we've got a separate team handling now the strip down of the vehicle, and I told you it's actually more than 500 pages worth of diagrams. So that's also taken us quite a while to do, but it's actually a much better system going than what we had before. So this should also allow us to assemble vehicles quicker, and it's just basically the protocols of a restoration will just be carried out much better. Anyway, this is the black Evo 2 that came in, right? And we went through this vehicle. So they've stripped out already. Good thing is the panels that we've taken off so far seem to be original. I'm seeing silver in the doors, right? Silver in the doors, but the car is diamond black. So maybe the doors have just been replaced or repaired before, not repaired, replaced before. So we'll get to that. As we start blasting the car, we'll actually get to the layers and see what we find underneath it. But it is a diamond black vehicle. They're going to carry on with the vehicle now. They've got the interior stripped out already. They've got the panel stripped out already. We're pulling out the dashes out already. I see they've taken the wiring out here, so you can check your Lush. Let's see how this. Now the problem with this wiring, there's a lot of joints. But this is what we normally see in these cars. So this is alarm joints everywhere, and this is why it's easier just for us to pull it out and start again. But it's nothing out of the ordinary that we're seeing. I think we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot on these cars, and while I am here, we've seen a lot of these cars to really be scarred. So okay, so the scar was taken out before because there's artificial glue here, and you can see the section is cut out. There's a whole lot of speaker wires running to the back here. This will get ripped out. Right, and this is, I hope they didn't glue this guy down. I hope they didn't glue it, and they did glue it down. Okay, but I think, see, this sponge is becoming harder and harder to get. So the floor actually looks very good on this car. My word. My word. Wow. Check it. Eh? Wow. Wow. So now I'm actually eager to pull this guy up now, and I don't want to break your health. I don't want to break this idea. This floors, from what I can see here, the floors look good. So if we are going to pick up rust, I think we're going to find surface rust on this vehicle. So this guy has been painted before, right? It has been painted before. And I don't know if it has maybe just given a blow over. I don't know if it has just given a blow over. But obviously it's not the best of paints. There is rust on the sunroof in it, but that's, look, it's normal, right? It's normal. So that could have just been a repair gone wrong with rusty surfacing from there. But if you look at this rubber on this kit here, this is the original rubber on the kit. On here, right? And this is the gray I'm seeing under the car. So I don't know if this is a primer gray. Look here, look. See on the fender here. I think this is just a primer. This is just primer from their blow over. I think that's what I'm seeing on here. So we're gonna want to blast it out. The other thing is that I want to get to, right, and you can see the layer of their blow over. And if you guys seen my previous videos, you know that this irritates me a hell of. It grinds me. So there's a thick layer of paint over here. So that's one of the first things that we're gonna blast out. So here's the paint. The paint is thick over here, so it's not very thick. It's nothing better than what we've seen before, right? But the paint is thick over there, but it's nothing major. This guy's not major. So the nice thing is that you know what, we're not used to getting this. We're not used to getting cars in that aren't this bad, and this is it's not the norm. Elton, I said these cars are not bad. Now the last two cars that we stripped down. Like if you look at the 333 that we're gonna strip after this here, that 333 is. That is what we normally used to. This is not. We're not used to this here. Debo, you're used to working like this here. So we out of our comfort zone on this car, which is it's a good thing, mind you. It's a good thing. It's just that we're not used to it. So anyway, we're gonna pull the rest of the carpet out now. Alton's busy stripping the doors out as so we've changed how we do things. We've changed how we do things. We've changed, sorry, the competition winner is actually arriving here. We've changed how we do things, and we actually just taking a little bit longer to strip, but it's for the good. So Alton's pulling out the wiring in the doors now. He's pulled out the mechanisms, he's pulled out the windows, so that doors will get racked and stacked and ready for the pedal shop. Alton, don't forget you got a sunroof on this guy, Anna. Okay. Then we're gonna do a drivetrain extraction. Pull the bottom out, get them on the trolleys and into the blasting queue. This motor here, I did tell you guys before, and we've actually picked up a bearing knock on it. So we're not worried about that. We are going to rebuild both motors. I confirmed that. I think the red car, we're actually going for a nice 2.9 motor on that. So we're going to do it the same way as we done the Silver IS. And still run it on airflow, but that's a topic for another discussion. And it looks like with most of the cars, we're either going 2.8s or 2.9s. And I mean, we're there, we might as well do it. So anyway guys, let's go through the car and then wait for the drivetrain extraction. Okay guys, so we've done the extraction. And again, this is a good car, but we have picked up some issues on the vehicle, right? So let's just go through the drivetrain. Let's just go through the drivetrain quickly. Motor, I told you guys that there's a knock on the motor, right? And I'm not too stressed about it. We are going to go through it again. We are going to rebuild, and I don't know exactly what we're going to find on it. I don't know exactly what was done on it. But yeah, there's one thing that I can see. It is a plastic bumper rack on it. So we're going to strap up here, right? Gearbox and that all looks okay. Everything looks good all the way back here. I see that they're using the Bulsteins. They're using the Bulstein kits, but they're using the wrong springs to go with it. So the springs got some sort of marks on them. But see, like there's pink markings on it here. But I don't see the Eibach branding on it, and it's not even hidden away or anything. So what the guys normally like to do is they like to use the standard springs. Sorry. They like to use standard springs, and then they normally send it in for compressing or stretching or whatever it is. And this can be the case in this sense here. So unfortunately, when we buy Bulsteins, we don't get them loose. We don't get the B12s loose. So there's actually a sticker on here, and this is the BMW part number on the springs. So they look new. They don't. No. These. So there's a possibility that this can be brand new springs from BMW, but it can be the wrong springs. So anyway, I'm not even gonna wrap my head around this here because the car's stance, the height of this guy was totally wrong, and you guys could see it in the video as well. So I'm gonna put this kit one side. This will be given back to the customer. Unfortunately, there's a lot of. Yeah, these are old. The shocks are still good. They look fairly new. And he said that they replaced them a few months ago. So, unfortunately, when we buy our kits, we buy them as a spring and shock kit on it. Anyway, like I say, everything looks good here. The only we have to, in order for us to do what we have to do, we have to strip everything out. So we're gonna go through the bowl there, get it out. Body-wise, this car actually looks good, but there is telltale signs of basically age rust. So until we blast, this say it looks fairly original. This say it looks like it's been touched up. So you know, it's not every case where the guys are hiding stuff. They're actually just touching up just to make it look neat. In this case here, there is a telltale signs of your rust starting off, if I can call it that. So we are gonna blast it on. We are gonna check it out and go through the vehicle. But it actually looks like a very good vehicle again to start with. So it's like a very good vehicle. The undercarriage looks very nice on this car. Let me move the jiggle out of its place and let's drop this car. Okay, so drop the car down. The car is actually in very good nick. There is a couple of rust spots on the vehicle, but nothing major, and we're catching those rust spots before they escalate into a rotten panel basically. So again, it's the second car we're seeing rust developing here underneath the fuse box. Right on the red car we saw that as well, but it's just developing. So it's nothing rotten out there. But if we move over to the floor, so this guy has been painted. This guy has been painted. Let's see what we're going to find under the paint. Then there's something going on in this battery tray here. So it's an original battery tray, right? But like I'm saying, there's extra paint on here, and I don't know what we're going to find underneath here. So this here we're only going to expose out after blasting. Some of these seals look like original seals on him, but nonetheless, the guy is good. Okay, so something, yeah, your normal issue here that we have of the accelerator panel on the floorboard. That looks like an issue there. This is still part of that on the floor. But this guy's actually got very good chassis legs. So I can see in here, right? I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up. But there's actually no rust in the chassis legs here. So even in this one, there's no rust in the chassis legs. So I feel it's just moist, right? But it's actually still very good. It's actually not moist. This is the rubberizer over it in here. So we're just gonna concentrate basically on this panel here. So this floorboard is actually very good. It's actually a very good floorboard. I don't know if this is the original factory sealer on the car. It looks consistent through the car. It looks consistent through the car. Anyway, like I said, I'm battling to find flaws on this vehicle. The only thing that's irritating the crap out of me. So there was rust that we found on here, right? We'll see after we blast on the roof here and on the lid what we're gonna find there. Then the only issue that the only thing that's really I saw on this car is that I've cut out the back tray. You can actually see where they cut out. They cut it out on the brace bars. And this is going to be a full replacement here. So one big issue that we're having is that we cannot find any backboards. So I might have to look at a manufacturing solution for you. So this, sorry guys. So there's something I'm battling to pinpoint what exactly was done on the car, because all the grommets are out of here, all the water release grommets are out of here, and that you normally don't take off. But the car does this, it looks like original paint in the back. Okay, so the battery trays look good. That side there's a little bit of surface rust coming up there. We'll only really be able to inspect it after the blast. There is like rust areas like here. It's funny rust, man. But like surface rust, nothing major, which is for a change, it's very good. So we are gonna do a check on the vehicle. Let's get it blasted and let's start inspecting from there and see exactly what. Let's try and see what we're in for basically on the car. But I think this is actually one of the good cars, so to work with. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna end this episode now. On that, the guys are actually busy stripping up the red 333, and that'll be the next video after this out. That's car number 3 out of 4, and yeah, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share, and also drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, check on the next one.